Hey guys, welcome back. This is your movie champ. Sorry I've been gone so long. I've been busy and also with the virus, a lot of things have been shut down. But I'm back again and with some more reviews. And also I'll be doing a lot of flashback reviews, some recommendations of some movies that we can watch or rewatch, since we're gonna be stuck in the house for a very long time. So I'm back, refreshed, and my first review is gonna be on Superman Red Sun. Of course, I'm a DC fan, but I also like Marvel as well. But I'm a DC fan. Got my Batman, but I always also watch a lot of comics and cartoons. So Superman Red Sun that dropped around February 25th digital, then later on DVDs and everything. So I watched this about a couple of weeks ago. Superman Red Sun. So basically, the gist of it is before, we know that Superman was, he went to Kansas. He dropped, the Clark family and everything. They raised them, but this time Clark is sent to the Soviet Union around 1946. And he's raised, same kind of thing about farmers, but also the government kind of really takes control of him. So he's really like, all government helping them out, Soviet Union. So it's around 1946, like I said. So basically, it's right after, the war that was previously. So, tensions are high, of course. And they kind of use him, of course, as propaganda. He's a new coming and everything. Of course, everybody's afraid of him. And you have, of course, you have Lois and you have Lex, and it's very different. Now you do have Batman in here, but I'm not going to tell you, of course, how he became Batman because, of course, it's going to be different. This is an Elseworld movie where everything is different. Everybody is brought up differently. You do have Wonder Woman here. Wonder Woman, she does still come from the island and where she's from, but it's still kind of a little different. Her and Superman become friends, but things do change. Of course, I'm not going to spoil it. But one thing I like about this movie, it's good to see how it changes. How if something was a one thing to change, how it would change everything else. And also, it kind of shows Superman's core values. If it was turned a certain way, and I like that as well. You have some villains in here like Brainiac and Lex, but Lex is a little bit different. You still get that same Lex that likes power. He's so intelligent, and he still is that type of person where who is this person? Who is this man coming from an alien and why he's being used? And of course, and Lex is a person where he has to make something that's close to Superman to for United States. That's what the government wants him to do. And you go through that. And you see how Superman becomes, because when Superman was a kid, he wanted to help people. He wanted to, use his power for good, but it's kind of twisted, of course, in how the Soviet Union uses him. And he has a lot of realizations in this movie where it shows that what's really happened behind the scenes and everything, and I like that. I like the animation, the color palette in this movie is beautiful, and it's a good pacing movie. It has good balance, and it has a good start, middle, and end in this movie. And I like how Superman realizes certain things in this movie and how it's brought to light and everything. And sometimes, just because you're strong and have so much power doesn't mean that you have all the right answers. You need to listen. Just because you can save people and do a certain way and control doesn't mean that that's the best for what the people need. You're not really listening. You listen to what you think is good, and that shows that. And I like that about a Superman Red Sun. But it has a lot of message in here and a lot of underlying themes which I truly enjoyed, and some things that's going on today, and some things that repeats history. But other than that, like I said, I enjoy this movie. This has a lot of action in it. And this movie is for adults, so it's really not for kids. It has language, it has blood, a lot of adult themes in this movie, which I like that as well. Sometimes you want to stray away from so much kiddish things. You want to be more adult, more realistic. If this really happened, and that's you get a good adult themes in this movie, good action, good story. The voice acting is done very well in this movie. Of course, they're Russian. They have the Russian accent. They really don't speak Russian, of course. Cause, this is made in the states. But other than that, like this movie, it's a real fun movie. It's an Elseworld movie, of course. So it's in this tight little bubble, and it shows that Superman was raised by another government, or just differently. How different would he be? Would he still have his core values? Would he still have the good heart, even though he was raised differently by the Soviet Union, where they love power, they're power hungry. So check it out. It's on digital. It's on DVD. You can get anywhere, of course, to download it and see if you liked it. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the movie. And if you have any other recommendations, any flashback videos that you want me to go back and watch and review or talk about it, please comment below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. More videos here to come. Stay tuned. Good night.